Hey, good morning. How y'all doing? It is Well Redbeard. It's a damn fine day to talk about a book, and today we're here for a book review. And we're going to talk about A Storm of Swords by George R. Martin. This is book 3 in the massive, unfinished fantasy series. And again, I am repetitive as shit when talking about these things, but I always wanted to read them. I think I wanted to read them a lot less when I knew that they were unfinished and likely to remain unfinished. But I got a cool leather bound, whatever, faux leather bound set, and I am very anal when it comes to this shit. If it's on the shelf behind me, I've read it, or my wife's read it. But if it's on these shelves, it's been read. So I had this nice set. I wanted to be able to include it on my. Sorry, you get what I'm saying. It's just how my brain works. That in order to be on these shelves, it has to be read. So I wanted to read them. I mean, I kind of wanted to learn. I mean, the book is always better than the movie, right? Most of the time. Most of the time it is. There are some of my most favorite. I won't go there. I will not go there. But anyway, so I want to read them. I'm through book 3, and this is the longest of them so far, 1,200-ish pages. I do love a lot of stuff about these books. Like I love like the house history and the house listings at the end. It gives you all the stuff about House Lannister and House Stark, and I mean just and even like more obscure stuff like King of the Isles in the North, um, House Aaron, House Frey, all this stuff. But then it even gives you like this stuff about like all the sworn brothers of the Night's Watch, the Brotherhood without banners, an outlaw fellowship, and so on and so forth. So you kind of get these not family trees, but I mean some of them are, but you get what I'm saying. Association trees of all these groups that may have, I don't know, may have just not really had enough screen time to kind of be super important in the TV show. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I mean, I've watched the TV show front to back twice, and again, I don't watch a lot of television. So the fact that I watched it the second time will kind of, I guess, hint at how much I enjoy this world, this story. Um, this book is my favorite of the 3 so far, which again is weird because normally I'm a book 1 guy, and a lot of that has to do with I enjoy in these types of things, in these books that take me to another world and put me there. I enjoy the setup pieces of those. The example that I cannot think of a better one to replace, but the example that I keep using is Hogwarts. I loved going to Hogwarts, experiencing it for the first time, and spending a lot of time kind of learning about the Great Hall and the moving staircases and the moving paintings and the fat lady at the Gryffindor common room entrance and so on and so forth. I love learning about that stuff. So when you get deeper in the story, if I dropped it in the other books, and you don't go back and spend time reassociating yourself with Hogwarts, I just kind of like, damn it. So I kind of felt that there was no way that I would like book 3 more than book 1, but that's not the case. Book 3 is, in my opinion, the best so far. Again, longest, 1,200 pages. But the reason it's the best is because of all the shit that happens, and what that comes down to mostly is death. Deaths. All the major scenes that you probably have seen happen on the screen. In this book, you get to see how they played out when written, And there's so many things that happen here that, for example, I went into this pretty confident that the red wedding was going to happen in this book, and it does. But like every time like something happens, like you turn around and there's another one approaching. So like in this book, again, I guess it's unfair to say so much happens. It is a 1,200 page book, but you have the red wedding, you have Joffrey's demise, you have Oberyn Martell versus the Mountain. You have the escalation and climax of Tyrion versus Tywin Lannister. You have Pator. I always call it Peter, but Pator Baelish, um, and what he does at the Eyrie, and so there's all these big scenes that all come to play in this single but massive volume. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I gave this book 4 stars. I don't know that any of them will be 5 stars for me. But again, I have them. I want to read them, and I had read book one and half of book two back when they first came out. But I wanted to finally be able to say, hey, yeah, I read the Game of Thrones books. So kind of depressing that they're not gonna that. I mean, he's basically. I mean, maybe I'm wrong on this because I've only watched a couple of videos. I've only caught a couple articles, but I mean, I feel that he's almost basically conceded that he's not gonna work on this. He's not gonna finish this, which is really kind of crazy because the show wrapped itself up the way that it did, and I guess I kind of wanted to know, how Martin was going to wrap it up, but whatever. So yeah, I'll be reading the third one, which I think is a Feast of Crows or a Feast for Crows. I'm sorry, it's the fourth one, not the third one. Next month. And you know, I guess slowly putting these behind me. But yeah, really cool. I mean, we're at a place now where John's been. Oh, I forgot to mention that. Another one is John and Egret. All that shit happens in this book, and again, from basically inception to climax. But John's been ranging in the north. He was captured somewhat. Yeah, captured by the wildlings, and basically kind of acted like he had turned, like he was a turncoat, that he was, bailing on the Night's Watch. Sorry, I'm gonna cramp in my hip. Bailing on the Night's Watch to join the wildlings, and that's not the case. Anyway, he's back. He's back at Castle Black, and you know, kind of, I guess, building his case for being the Lord Commander or whatever. Not really because he doesn't want it, but you get what I'm saying. He's been ranging up north, and now he's back, and Arya's still kind of on the run with the Hound. Actually, she just bailed on the Hound at the end, which was odd to me, because I don't think I remember how Arya moved on from the Hound to her next part of her adventure in the book. I mean, my assumption is that she has to. I mean, she's going to be going to the faithless men or whatever here pretty soon. But anyway, so Sansa has, with the help of Pator Baelish and oh hell, Dondel. Anyway, I'm not going to go into. He was a knight and then was drunk and whatever. Um, she has escaped King's Landing to the Eyrie. So we have Arya and Sansa and Jon, and of course Bran, which I always forget to talk about because, to be absolutely honest with you, it's my least favorite part of the story. I don't know why that is, but Bran is kind of on the move with Jojen and Mira. Is that right? The Reeds and Hodor, and yeah. So, um, uh, what's his name? Baratheon Stannis has now. That's kind of we kind of end there. Stannis has made his way all the way up to the wall with the idea of why try to gain a throne, and then protect the kingdom. I should protect the kingdom because the winter is coming, right? I should protect the kingdom and then worry about getting the throne. So a lot going on, and I felt that again for a 1,200-page book, the action is constant throughout this one. So very enjoyable. Even though I kind of already knew the gist. I'm kind of trying to pick up on differences as I get deeper into this thing. And really, I still maintain that there's only minor differences. One thing that I will point out is that Rob's wife, Rob Stark, married, I want to say her name is Jane Westerling. I know it's Jane. I don't know where Westerling came from. I mean, I've read about this, but I don't know if I've just pulled that out of thin air or if that is correct. But anyway, she was not a part of the Red Wedding. And if you have watched the show, you know that she is basically the start of the Red Wedding. So, and I did a little bit more research into that. She is her demise or her story has not ended as of where these books finish. So, or don't finish, but you get what I'm saying. So, I thought that was kind of interesting. As far as other differences, I did not pick up on a ton of things that would be important, like as far as like main character stuff. But anyway, yeah, that's it. A Storm of Swords. Really enjoyed reading through this one. 4 stars. This is Well Red Beard. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're enjoying all your books, all of them, as much as I am. If not, you're reading the wrong damn books.